A month ago, Myanmar was gripped by a forced military takeover. Since then, Myanmar is stuck in the middle of a political crisis and utter chaos. A total of 21 people have been gunned down and hundreds left injured as a result of the state-sponsored repression. Many political leaders have faced the brunt of the brutal crackdown as they stay arrested till date. Let's now take a look at some of the major developments which took place in the past 1 month. The first day of the coup, February 1st, 2021, laid the foundation for future events. Aung San Suu Kyi, the president, that is Win Mint, and other senior figures from the National League for Democracy party were also detained in an early morning raid in response to an alleged election fraud. A state of emergency was declared by the military for a year. After 2 days of an ouster, a massive civil disobedience movement started to unfold across major cities. The staff at 70 hospitals and medical departments across Myanmar stopped working to protest against the coup. And later, teachers and civil servants also joined the campaign. Authorities charged Aung San Suu Kyi after they found 6 handheld radios that were imported illegally and used without permission. February 4th marked the day when the first case of collective public defiance took place in the form of a street protest against the military assertion. At least 3 were arrested. The growing dissent and resistance resulted in authorities unleashing their crackdown on February 6th. Blockages were ordered on Twitter and Instagram, which were then used by protesters to organize widespread rallies. The first use of violence reportedly by the police was on February 9th when the police fired guns mostly into the air and used water cannons and rubber bullets to quell protests in the capital, Naypyidaw. 1 woman was shot in the head with a live bullet. She succumbed to her injuries and passed away 10 days later. New laws were introduced on February 13th. The Junta suspended legal provisions constraining security forces from detaining suspects or searching private property without a court approval and ordered the arrest of well-known backers of mass protests. On February 16th, the police fired a second charge against Suu Kyi of violating Myanmar's natural disaster law. The military intimidation kept growing and 2 protesters were subsequently killed in Mandalay as the security forces fired to disperse crowds. As a result, a general strike ordering a complete shutdown of businesses was ordered. The military downplayed the intensity of the strike and said that the business closure was just a rumor. Then, serving a huge blow to the junta, Facebook banned Myanmar's military from its platforms with immediate effect on February 25th. This was followed by international condemnation. And then on February 26, Myanmar's UN envoy made an emotional appeal to the United Nations, urging the use of any means necessary to stop the coup, and he got fired the very next day. Thereby, the police launched a sweeping crackdown on protesters, arresting hundreds and shooting and wounding at least 1. February 28th could be called a bloody Sunday, as 18 people were killed as the police fired live ammunition on protesters. The hopes of building a robust democracy in Myanmar were shattered when the powerful military toppled the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi and her National League for Democracy party. And in a month since, the mass protests occurring each day serve as a sharp reminder of the long and bloody struggle for democracy in a country where the military ruled directly for more than 5 decades. In clinging to power, the army used lethal force to quash a massive 1988 uprising and a 2007 revolt led by Buddhist monks, even as it eased the reins, allowing civilian rule after Suu Kyi's party won elections in 2015. The military retained power through a constitution it drafted. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.